And your all's name?
I'm Kate.
Mick.
And what's the name of your...
It's a 6-part series called Eating Plants.
So, how do you all become vegans in the first place?
Well, I mean, there's 3 reasons why most people become vegans. For the animals, for the planet, and also for health. And those are 3 fantastic reasons. I became really a vegan for those 3 reasons, all up. I mean, it's been proven now that if we stop eating meat, if we stop eating animal products, the planet will be in a much better shape. The animals will be obviously left out of the food chain, and we'll just be healthier. The top 3 things that make us sick in the Western world is eating animal products. They're like, I mean, you know, there's lots of research now to say they're part of the problem. So we are what we eat, and we've got to change that up now.
Yeah, and I became vegan over 20 years ago, and when I first started being vegan, I didn't even talk about it because there was no way to talk about it, and there was no way to shop for it. So I just had to. I just adapted to the point where now I still can't believe that I can buy things in the supermarket. I still have to react. But yeah, it was the same for me. It was ethical. It was for health, and you know, now it's undoubtedly for the environment.
Yeah, because 25 years ago when I was a model, I was a vegan. And I remember when I tried to do the vegan diet 25 years ago, way before there was Whole Foods, and we were still a local market in Austin. It was so freaking hard to find vegan anything. And when you do find vegan anything, it was outrageously expensive.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I just went. My diet pretty much was just I went without, and I just had to adapt to what I could get. And now
I was having to adapt again to plant. I'm like, this is a really good plant-based cheese. Eat it.
Yeah.
and I'm still adapting because I still can't believe it. It's so cool. But you know, making this series, maybe this series is of its time, isn't it? But we really were compelled to make this series because we knew that it's easy to be vegan now. And we knew that making this series that we wanted to prove that. And I think we've proved that it is easy to be vegan, and the series goes into how to be vegan, and that's been important to us, isn't it?
Yeah, really, yeah.
Well, you talk about the umami taste, the taste for protein, and I want to go deeper into that for people who miss the taste of meat. And we talk about garden, because I dealt with them like 6 years ago when they first came out, the vegan chicken strip, the chicken nugget, to mushroom as a meat substitute, the texture and the taste. Can you talk about, how do you and can you satisfy that umami taste?
Yeah, so...
Can you want to talk about Mr. Hong Shi?
Yeah. So one of the big, one of the fun things we did in China was meet Mr. Hong Shi, who has a huge company that makes spices and sauces, which is a huge part of Chinese food. He's turning his whole company around, this multi-billion-dollar company around, to just use mushroom as the umami flavor in all of it.
He spent 4 years in his research and development lab perfecting the umami from mushroom, and so he was using beef, and he was so committed that it's taken him 4 years. And he was so generous to us, wasn't he? Because he was so proud of what that company has done, and so their sauces now are mushroom based, just as successful. The restaurants aren't even,
and he says
they're not even telling,
and I think
there's a difference.
People will follow him because he's a real leader. And I mean, there's so many different things in the show. We really show people all the different ways that they can make vegan food, and a lot of that is about taste, and a lot of that's what people are wanting. You want the salty, umami, you want texture, flavor,
functionality. That's the word we learned.
And apart from stuff that you can buy,
and affordability for your college students, like your kid.
So apart from the stuff you can buy at the supermarket, like say Beyond Meat, we've got in the film, and those burgers are very meaty. If you get a Beyond Burger or Beyond Dog, but to make it home too, you can make that for like a regular family house. You can make that food by maybe chopping mushrooms, or maybe just like looking at different ways you can. And actually the show really encourages people to learn how to do that, so they feel satisfied. Food is God. We love food, so we want to get
because when I first went vegan 25 years ago, I went without. I think
Yeah.
now we don't. And that the essence of this show is we don't go without anymore.
Yeah.
And so
Everything's at ease now. You don't feel like you have to sacrifice your money.
No.
You don't feel like you have to sacrifice your craving.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you did this already in your TV series. It might be in your second season. Have you ever visited the guys behind the Impossible Burger?
Well, we went to Beyond, so that we couldn't
Yeah.
put both in
Couldn't
because
put both.
it just
Yeah.
the way it works out. Yeah, but yeah, they had so many good. They've both got so many great products on the market, and of course, there's things popping up every day now. We could hardly keep up. There were so many new products popping up.
the other
Yeah.
cool thing was how the chefs are embracing the change, that they don't have the rules of traditional cooking. So they're being creative and they're enjoying that freedom because
Yeah.
they're creating these new dishes which they're so excited about, aren't
Yeah,
they? Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
chef world can be, quite insular. So there's a lot of great plant-based chefs out there enjoying that freedom of new flavors and new tastes, and I mean, there's so much to look forward to.
Well, it's all about technology because right now you may not look like it. I may look like it, but I am wearing plant-based, clean lipstick and blush. And
Yeah.
plant-powered makeup.
Clothes, shoes,
Yeah.
everything you can buy now. And just check it out, and you can just everything you're going to do, you can make a difference in society because the more people that are buying it, the more people will make it. We have more choice. The price comes down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I need to hear for all you college students
Yeah.
who's like, I gotta go it out because I'm vegan, and they're all like, their parents are like crapping their pants about the cost of vegan diet.
Well, I mean, like China and Mexico and stuff, their whole traditional diet is plant-based pretty much, So those good foods, rice, beans, corn, all the great things that people are eating are all plant-based and they're not expensive.
Good.
If you're making food at home, like most households have to, you don't have to go the extra mile and get all the processed food. You can just start from scratch, and it's not like forever hard. Once you've done it once, you get the hang of it, and then you're in.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving you suggestions because I'm also a trend forecaster and I started as a fashion blogger. You know the proliferation of fake leather, and because of that,
Yes.
you get like I have a full closet of fake leather tops, jeans. I thought I'll
Yeah.
never have, and I was reading up that you can make fake leather from leftover banana leaves
Yes.
and
Pineapple,
vegetables.
mushroom.
Exactly.
Apple, mushroom.
Yeah.
I know that's the growing again. That's
Yeah.
those textures are going to completely already taking over from needing to use animal products. So I mean, there's so much to look forward to.
Yeah.
So, do you have any ideas for the potential second season, or you have yet to come around?
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but of course there's so much cool stuff happening that like I said, the first season, it was moving so quick that we couldn't even keep up with
yeah.
the
It's still a bit- it's
innovations
still
that
a
are
bit
going
like that.
on, and
It's
I
still
think
a bit
it's
like
really like that. There's so many great governments supporting innovation around the world for plant-based stuff
So
nowadays.
we've done America, UK, Israel, China, and Australia. I missed someone else. And
Germany?
Germany. And so now the great thing is we've got 6 new countries to explore. So that's exciting. And I'm sure that we'll come up with some more amazing stories.
Yeah.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here I can hear this other guy yell in the background. It's getting on my tape. Anyway, it was so great bouncing ideas with you for the second season.
But please, let's stay in touch.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.